Show me the incentive and I'll show you the outcome. Charlie Munger. Hospitals are being paid to write a 5-letter word on a piece of paper. Doctors, nurses, everybody in the medical establishment now has an incentive to ignore certain bits of data and to seek out certain bits of data. Therefore, if you show me the incentive, money, getting paid for something, I'll show you the outcome. Increased reported cases, some clinics showing 100% success rate. This is a simple concept, yet probably the most important to understand in 2020. Now, we can look at government and see how this applies as well. Government is run by people. People will do everything they can to maintain their power. They will maintain their position, their salary. They have an incentive to do things that will further maintain what they have while mitigate losing it. Therefore, politicians, government, doesn't take risks because it can put their job at risk. Again, show me the incentive, I'll show you the outcome. So what you get from government is a bunch of nonsense and a bunch of people saying one thing and doing another or not doing it at all. This is why entrepreneurs, this is why rebel rousers, revolutionaries, these are the people that change things. Government does not change anything other than usually making it worse because there's not real checks and balance. There's not real risk. If you want to learn more about this, I highly, highly recommend reading Nassim Taleb's book, Anti-Fragile. It's one of my favorite books. It gives you a glimpse into the absurdity that is the financial markets, that's the fake fiat dollars, that's the government, that's politicians, all of it. We have incentive structures that are not set up in a way to actually promote change for the better. We have incentive structures that are actually set up to stifle change, that are set up to maintain the status quo. You have people that go into politics that are in Congress for 30, 40 years. What? Are you kidding me? So if you want to blame somebody for the nonsense that is 2020, blame the people that have been in power for a long time. They're the reason we have the system we have. Corporatism has infected everything. It's been infected government, politics, lobbyists, media, everything. Medicine, food. It's incredible how much corporate interest has infected what was supposed to be the free market. We no longer have a free market. We have government that intervenes. We have private interests that can pay to have certain things done or not done. And we can find this everywhere. We can find it in the food system with subsidized crops that makes fake food that basically kills people every single year. We have a pharmaceutical industry that just sucks the life out of people and the money out of the country to prop up the sickness. We have sick care that does the same thing. If we had a truly free market, we wouldn't have central planning. We wouldn't have fake dollars. We would have a gold-backed currency. We wouldn't have government intervening in commerce. If banks mismanaged their assets and failed, they would fail. They wouldn't get bailed out by the taxpayers. It's unbelievable that this stuff happens in broad daylight. Like, the more I think about it, I'm just like, this stuff actually happens. People let it happen. The public lets it happen. Masks, they let it happen. Violation of constitutional rights, they let it happen. As Franklin said, if you give up a little bit of liberty, essential liberty, if you give up a little bit of essential liberty for temporary safety, you deserve neither liberty nor safety. And that was in what, 1800, 1700? Because he knew how much of a slippery slope it was. And now we have this big system where we have the corporate and politically controlled media that feeds up basically fake information or distorted truth or whatever to the masses. And then the masses just gobbled up because that's where they get 100% of their world views. And if you can't see a problem with that, if you can't see how the show me the incentive and I'll show you the outcome, then there's really no hope. I'm hoping more people will wake up to this nonsense, fight back, stand up for their rights, push back, civilly disobey, do things that's going to keep this ever encroaching tide at bay for as long as possible. And if you ask me where the future of this country is going, I don't think I have anything positive to say. And that's why I'm making sure I have a plan B for my family, which you can learn about up here.